Good morning to all. So far we have discussed till exercise 3.3. In that we have used the prime factorization method to calculate the square root of the numbers, natural numbers as well as rational numbers and decimal numbers. Now we will discuss this method, that is long division method. And what is the utility of this method? Utility of this method is whenever you have a large number whose prime factorization consists of many prime factors, or you may have the number like we have seen a number that 5329 we have seen. So it is divisible by 73 only, and 73 is a prime number and that is a big prime number, so it is very difficult for you to judge the divisibility of this number by 73. So for these type of numbers we will use the long division method, or I can say long division method is the best method to find the square root of these kind of numbers like 10201. One number we have seen, it was divisible by 101 straight away. It is the square of 101. So 101 is also a prime number. So for these type of numbers, long division method is very useful method. Now first of all we will see the long division method for the natural numbers. Okay. So let's see a question. Okay, let's take a question like we have solved this question in the previous exercise 142884. Okay, so this is our number and this we have to find the square root by using the long division method. Now what are the steps that will be involved to calculate the square root of the number using the long division method? So first step is we have to form pairs. Okay, and that too starting from end. Okay, so from the end we will make the pairs. So this is okay, so let's make the pair. So this is the first pair, this is the second pair, and this is the third pair. Okay, so three pairs we have formed here. So just by forming the pairs we can estimate the number of digits in the square root of that number. Like we can say that number of digits in square root of a number will be equal to number of pairs. Okay, so before starting this only we know that its square root consists of three digits. Okay, so since three pairs are there, so its square root consists of 3 digits. Okay, its square root consists of 3 digits, 1 2 3, and we have to find these 3 digits. Now for the first pair we will find what we will find nearest square of first pair. Okay, this is our first pair, this is our first pair, this is second pair, and this is third pair. So we will find the nearest square of 14. So we know that 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So 3 square we know is 9 and 4 square we know is 16. So this we cannot take because 16 is more than 14. So we will take 3. So that is 3, and here comes the first digit, 3 square, that is 9. Then we will subtract and see what we will do. We will bring this 3 here. Okay, and we will add it like this. Okay, 3 plus 3 is 6. Now in the conventional division method we are bringing one digit down after the first operation. In the square root we will bring pair after each operation. Okay, after each operation we have to bring the pair. So this 28 will come here, so it becomes 528. Now this is 6. After 6 we have to put a digit such that whatever digit we will put after 6, from that digit only we will multiply that number. So we know that there are 10 digits are there. Okay, there are 10 digits, that is 0 to 9 only. So suppose if I put 0 here, okay, so it becomes 60. So we have to multiply it by 0. So it becomes 0. Then suppose if you put 3 here, okay, suppose if you put 3 here, so what you have to do, you may have to multiply it by 3, like this. So in this way we will proceed and we will find a number either equal to this or nearest to this. So suppose I have checked till 3, now it is less than, so I will check. Suppose if I take 8, so that will give me, okay, 54. So it is more than this 528. So now I will do it by 7. So it is, I will put here 7 and the 7 also comes here. So it is 7 into 7, 49, 46. Okay, then again this pair will come here, 84. And like we have bring this 3, so now 7 will come here and it will add to it and it will give you 74. Okay, now again this is 74 now. Now we have to put the digits after 74. So suppose if I put 74 is there and suppose if I put 8 here. So see what I will get, 6, 38, 3, 5, 9, 8, 4. So I got the exact number. So I will put here 8. So 8 will come here. It will give us 5984. So what is the remainder? Remainder is 0. Okay. So these steps we have to follow. And since I got the remainder as 0, so now I can say that square root of 1,42,884 is 378. You can see here a big number is this, 378 is a huge number. So whenever we write the prime factorization, it consists of 378 into 378 like we have written in the previous exercise. So for these type of questions, this long division method is very helpful. Okay, so using this method, we will solve the questions of exercise 3.4. So let's solve the questions of exercise 3.4. And okay, so exercise 3.4, the very first question. By pairing the numbers, estimate the number of digits in the square root of the numbers. So number of digits in the square root of numbers is equals to, suppose this is 9801. So how many pairs you can form? 2 pairs. That means its square root consists of how many digits? 2 digits. Okay, 2 pairs, so 2 digits. Suppose the number is 805353296. So how many pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, this 8 is left, so I can put a 0 here. So 80. Okay, wait, this number I have noted it down incorrectly. So it is 803539296. So 4 pairs are there. That means it consists of 4 digits. Okay, so whatever is the number of pair, that will be the number of digits in the given number. Understood? Now let's find the square root of the numbers by using the long division method. So let's see question number 2. So from here we will start. So suppose question number 2, I have taken the very first question 4761. Okay. So in question number 2, very first question, now we will form the pairs. This is first pair, this is second pair. Then nearest square of 47, 6 square is 36 and 7 square will give you 49. So we will take 6. 6 into 6 is 36. Then we will subtract and this bring 61 here. And this 6 will come here. So it becomes 1. Now see, a method to find this number. Okay, so if you remember, 1 square was 1. Okay, 1 square was 1 and 9 square was 81. So if the number is, suppose a number is a perfect square, suppose, and its last digit we can see. So we can estimate the digit here, which digit we can put. So either I can put 1 here or I can check for 9 straight away. Suppose if I put 1, so 1 to 1 into 1, it is 121, very small. Then I will check for 1 to 9, okay. 8, 6, 11. See, I got straight away. So there is a trick, or you can say there is a method. If it is, we know that a number given is a perfect square and our last digit we know, so we can estimate this digit by knowing the square of the numbers from 1 to 10. So we know that 1 square is 1 and 9 square is 81. Units digit is 1. So here I have taken 2 digits. First I have taken 1, then I have taken 9. So after taking 9, I got the answer. Okay. Like this. Similarly, suppose, let's take a bigger number now. Third one, 164836. So what is the square root? Okay, let's write the final answer. Okay, I forgot to write. So I can say square root of 4761 is this number, that is 69. Then a number is there, 164836. So again 3 pairs are there. So nearest square to 16 is 4 into 4, 16. So I will minus, I will get a 0. Now I will bring this 48 here and this 4 will come here, 8. Now you just see here, if you put, this is 8 and there is no number which contains 8 as a unit digit and is a perfect square. So even if I put 1 here, suppose if I put 1 here, so it is 81 into 1, that is 81. Okay, so 81 is already bigger. So what I will do, I want this pair now, 36. So for that, like we are doing in the division, I will put a 0 here. Then a 0 will come here. And when we put 2 zeros, so I can bring one more pair. Okay, 4836 now. Understood? Now this is 80. Now we have to put a number after 80. Now you just check the unit digit of this. This is 6. So 6 is the unit digit in which two numbers? 4 square was 16, in 4 square and in 6 square. So either I can put here 4 or either I can put here 6. So suppose if I put 4, so I will get 804 into 4, that is 3216, smaller than this. Then I will check for 6, so it will give me 4836. So this is my answer. So I will go put 6 here. So it is 4836, subtract it. Okay, so I can say that square root of this number 164836 is actually 406. Understood? Okay, then let's see one more question. Okay, let's see one more question. Suppose this is 402 4036. Okay, so 1 2 3, and suppose, okay, let me write it again. 402 4036. Okay, suppose if you have the number like this, you got the pair. Now after making the pairs, a number is left. So what we know, if I put a 0 here, the number will not change, but by putting this number I can form a pair. Okay, like this. So if you got the situations like this, then you will put a 0 before the number. Now I will find the nearest square of 4, that is 2 into 2 is 4. We will subtract, I will get a 0, then this 2 will come here, then 4. Then which pair will come? 0 2. Now if I put 1 here, so it becomes 41 into 1, that is 41. Okay, this is much bigger. So like we have done in this question, I will put a 0 here and a 0 will come here, then this one more pair will come down. So now it becomes 240 and this is 40. Now even if after 40, if you put 1 here, so what you will get? 401. Again this 401 is bigger than this 240. So I have to repeat again. I have to put one more 0 here, a 0 here, and now this 36 will also come here. Okay, now this is 400. Now this is 6 again. So it can be, a digit can be 4 or 6. So let's check it for 6 first. So I will get 24036. So I will put 6 here, 6 here. So it is 24036. Okay. So I can say that square root of 402 4036 is equal to 2006. Okay, let's see one more question. 8th part. So suppose this is 377 36449. So 8 1 2 3 4, 4 pairs are there. That means its square root will consist of 4 digits. Understood? So 37, 6 into 6 is 36. Then this 73 will come down. This 6 will come here. Then I will put 1. So it is 121. Okay. Then this 64 will come here. And this 1 will come here. So it will give me 122. Okay. Now I will put 4. So 16, 9, 48. So it is 8, 6. Now the last one, that is 49. And this 4 will come here. So it is 1, 2, 2, 8. Now for this last one, again we have two choices. If you remember, 3 square was 9. And 7 square was 49. So these two numbers contains 9 at the unit place. So here I have two choices. Either I can check for 3 or for 7. So suppose if I check for 3. First of all I will check for 3. So it is, okay, so I got this answer. So I will put this 3 here. So it is 36849. When I subtract, I will get the answer as 0. So I can say that square root of 377,36449 is equal to 6143. And this number is actually a prime number. Okay, 6143 is a prime number. So it will be difficult for you to check this number for 6143. So if you use the prime factorization in this number, then it will be very difficult for you to find the square root of this number. So here you can see the utility of this method. I easily got this answer as 6143. Understood? Now we have calculated the square root of these natural numbers by using the long division method. Suppose we want to calculate the square root of the decimal numbers. So let's see the questions. And okay, so suppose if you want to find the square root of the decimal questions, so suppose if I take this, okay, now see this 2025 is having two parts. One is that this is the decimal, this is sorry, so this is the whole number part we know, and this is the decimal part. Okay, so whenever you have the decimal part, so in case of the whole number, from where we are making the pairs, from the last, but in case of this decimal part, the pairs always made after the decimals. Okay, so remember this concept. Whenever you want to find the square root of the decimal numbers, whole number part pairs will remain the same method, but in case of the decimal, the pairing will start from the decimal. Okay, we will not start the pairing from here, we will start the pairing from here. Now what is the reason to start the pairing in case of the decimal from here? Okay, suppose this is the number, so why we are making the pairs from here? Because we know that in case of the decimals, we can put as many zeros as possible after the number ends. Okay, we can put as much as zeros as possible. Okay, the number will not change. So if we do not know how many zeros are there, that means it is not defined for us from where we have to start. That is why we are always starting after the decimal in case of the decimal numbers. Understood? So like this we will find the square root of the decimal numbers. So let's find the square root of this number 2025.9001. Okay, so its pair will start here and it will start from now. Nearest square of this is 4, then this will come down, then this is 4 and 4 8, then I will take 5. Okay, so remainder is coming as 0. Now see, when you bring this pair, before this pair a decimal is there, so we will put a decimal, and this 5 will come here, so it becomes 90, and the pair will come down. Now if you put 1 here, it becomes 901. So for that again I will put a decimal, sorry, I will put a 0 here, and this pair will come down, and it is very much visible, it is 900. So if I put 1, so it will give you 9001. So you subtract, you will get 0. So we can say that square root of 2025.9001 is 45.01. Okay, then suppose I have a number 1.1664. So this is the whole number part, so one pair is there, and from here pair will start from here. So nearest square is 1 0, then this 16 will come here, and this 1 2. Again it is 2, it is much bigger, so I have to put a 0 here. And see, after 1 decimal starts, so I have to put the decimal. So from where the point where the decimal number starts, from there only we have to put the point. Here after 2 pairs decimal number starts, so after 2 digits we have to put the point. Here after 1 pair only, so I have to put a decimal here. Then this 16, so I have to put a 0 here, a 0 here, and this 64 will come down. Then this is 8, so this is 1664. So what we can say that square root of 1664 is actually 1.08. Okay. Okay, then let's see one more question, one more part. 3806.49. Okay, so like this we form the pair. Then 38, 6 into 6 is 36, nearest square. Then this 06 will come down and this 6 will come here, so it becomes 2. Then I will put 1 here, so it is 121.58. Now since decimal starts, so we have to put a decimal, and this pair will come down, and this is 122. Now this is again 9. So here we have two choices. Either we can use 3 or we can use 7. So suppose if I check for 7. Okay, suppose if I check for 7, so it will give me 8549. So my choice is 7. So here what I will write? I will write 7, 7. Okay, so we can say that the square root of 3806.49 is actually 61.7. Understood? So in this manner you can calculate the square root of the decimals using the long division method. Okay, next is, so in the next video we will discuss, in the next class we will discuss about how to calculate the square root of the mixed fractions. Okay, till then you do the lot of practice, then we will discuss how to find the square root of the mixed fractions in the next class. Thank you.